Hello, welcome to the video. How are you tonight? How are you today, this morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are on this beautiful earth? Heaven is coming. We're here to confirm that every day. And every morning we wake up and we belong to ourselves. We belong, no one owns us. That's a video I like to watch. It's from Josie the Outlaw, and it's called Who Owns You? And then it talks about how we say, oh, well, I own myself. But really, according to her, we don't really believe that, because we know if we do something wrong, then other people can do things to us. If we do something that doesn't necessarily hurt anyone, or if we if we don't give our money, this sounds like a mafia scheme. If we don't give the money that the government demands of us to them, then they come with their armed thugs and put us in a cage. So, in that case, we aren't owned. If we have to obey someone without, or suffer punishment, then we don't own ourselves. We aren't the owners. We are the slaves of them. That's what that video points out. I'll put that in the description below. That's something worth watching. Actually, all of her videos, a lot of her videos, not all of them, but the one about, it's called A Prison by Any Other Name, and it's about the public school system in the United States, in America. Let's say America. I don't like to say United States anymore, because that's apparently an organization started in Europe many years before America was here. So, yes, so that's one of them, A Prison by Any Other Name. And then there's another one called Why Good People Should Own Guns, or Why Good People Should Be Armed. That's it. And then there's another one, it's a three-part video about why government is the most dangerous threat to humanity's existence. And just pointing out that people that obey government don't do so out of their conscience. You know, this proves that people are not, we are trained to at school, we're trained to obey authority, and we're given the most kudos for obeying, not for how smart we are, but for obeying. That's the bottom line. When people tell us what to do, and we don't know these people even, then we're awarded points and praise when we obey. Okay, this is not the agenda from God. Anyway, so that's really a good video. It's probably about an hour long altogether. And then there's another video. There's several. I think there's a couple other videos also. Oh, one where she's speaking extemporaneously. She's being interviewed by an interviewer off camera, but she's being interviewed kind of in a cabin forest type setting about what is justice or anarchy. Anyway, yeah, and it's she's really brilliant. She's really brilliant. She's very aware of forces that threaten human freedom, and it's so refreshing to hear. And so anyway, let me make a note of that real quick, that I want to put that video in the description. That way it'll be there when you look down. Yeah, because as soon as I upload this today or tomorrow, whenever I upload this, then it'll be there for you. Yeah, so I can grab that marker, something bold that I can notice, I can see. Who owns you? That's right. Who owns you? Josie the Outlaw. Video. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. So, how's your day going? Everything cool? Awesome? And perfect? Not until we fix the world. That is for sure. We are going to fix the world, though. That is why we're here. We're here to, I don't know, it's just something that I think I'm supposed to do. That's why I'm doing it. And even if YouTube, closes me off or shuts down my channel, it doesn't matter. I'll have the videos on my computer. Now, the videos could be stolen also. I experienced, as I said in an earlier video, a long time, in one of the first videos, I had a computer I was working on offline, and the thing self-destructed. I was organizing. Thank God I was able to save. I know I wasn't. Oh, but I did file. That's right. So somehow, that's it. I put my files from that computer on a hard drive, but it didn't save the photos. What did I have? Anyway, it didn't save everything, but also what it did before even it self-destructed, first of all, it never was dropped, never was anything, and then it just got a spot on the screen, and it just expanded. It was just a dark spot, and it just finally blanked out the whole screen over the period of about a week. And I had not been online for over a month on that computer. I was just using it as a diary and trying to organize all my bookmarks. And so I was not able to actually enact that change of bookmarks. But all the files that I saved, I did put on a thumb drive, a flash drive, and I saved them, and now they're on this computer. Fortunately, because that was a lot of work. I spent a lot of time, because I had nothing to do. I had to stay indoors. As I explained the whole thing earlier in an earlier video, so you can watch that. So anyway, yeah, so we're going to create heaven, and yeah, so these videos are, it's just maybe a preliminary, it's just to get me kind of more well-versed in believing in heaven and how it's coming, and sharing all those ways. If anybody, if maybe at some point somebody will want to watch it. So far, I don't have, more than about 2 or 3 views here and there, 0 views here and there. But, yeah. So we are headed for heaven, 2019. I think it's going to be like October 16th or so. But I always get excited. Maybe it's going to be in September, my birthday, or maybe it's going to be, who knows. Oh, yesterday, guess what? I was chatting after I uploaded the video, if it uploaded. I haven't quite answered the YouTube email that said one of my videos was taken down because it's a hate speech. So I don't know if they struck the channel or something. I'm not going to pay any attention to it because I don't want to think about it. It's just, it's below infantile. What, the basis on which these things. But you know what? People don't know any better. They just do their job. The people that are just doing their job are just doing their job. The people that are planning such things, those are evil people, okay? And they will be stopped. And, as soon as they're exposed, no one in their right mind would ever listen to such people. But the money system changed all that, and it will soon change back. Yes. The money system is either going to go away or it's going to be in good people's hands, so there will be no more suffering people. Yeah. Humans do not deserve to suffer. They're born the most precious things in the world, and the idea that there's something more important than the health of babies is far-reaching. But that's not what we hear on the mainstream news and in the schools and in the movies, and we've got a whole intricate and with a million reasons for everything about it. It has nothing to do with love, family, or God. That's all the devil's making. That's how it all. That's why this world has no clue what heaven is, or that it's even possible. It's because we've been totally duped by Satan himself and all the people following his, doing his bidding. But that is about to be completely erased, because once we're on to good, nothing can turn us back. There is no evil that can turn us back. So, this is probably a hate speech. The people that write those things are probably, they grow up abused by lies, I guess, or taught that I think they're taught, like the people that follow the Hebrew Talmud, the Zionists, they're taught that they are the masters of the world and the rest of us have to be killed. Because either if they don't kill us, we're going to kill them. And, that may be true, but not out of hate, only out of protecting our children. But we don't go out, seeking to destroy people like they do. We simply go about our loving life, protecting people. And of course, we don't want to do harm to people. But the people that understand what crimes are being done, and the ones that aren't reported on, and by people in extremely high positions, and the people that have had their families threatened and so forth, they know what the threat is. It's not, it's certainly not conspiracy theorists. The only threat that conspiracy theorists propose is that they are revealing truth that the people that are hiding now do not want revealed. And so that's why the idea that it's some kind of a conspiracy, and it is. It's definitely a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy not for something evil, but to save our children, basically. So, we just don't want the wrath of evil coming upon our children, that's all. And it's going to be stopped because Reverend Moon made sure of that. And we have billions of people in the spirit world who are going to help us very soon. Billions of people in the spirit world. And there's nothing that any evil, when the time comes, which I think is this year, maybe October 16th or earlier, for the world to change to good, then there's nothing any person of evil can do that won't be exposed beforehand. They'll be stopped beforehand because everybody, for every evil person, there's 1 million people now watching, and maybe the transition is not made yet, but soon it will be. And everything is going to change. Everything's going to change. The world would become something no one ever believed possible. And so that's my version, and I'm standing by it because I have a lot. I've never, had something to stand by so firmly in my whole life. So thanks to Reverend Moon, we certainly have hope like this. When I met that group in 1975 in March or February, probably was the first when I first met them. Even January, probably February. I don't think it was too much time between the time I first met my spiritual father and the time that I joined, which was March 9th, where I came back to the center and didn't go home that day after being a week at camp, I guess it was. But anyway, yeah. So we are headed for heaven. Heaven is something that all babies expect. That's all. That's all it is. It's exactly what babies expect to receive when they're born. And when they cry, you can bet it's because they're disappointed. They've been disappointed. Babies they have an extremely strong affinity to heavenly words, thoughts, and actions. Thoughts, words, and actions. Yeah. And it's suffering. It's abuse. To not feel heaven right in one's own family is abuse. And that's what the devil has been doing to God's children since the fall. So, so what Reverend Moon brought to teach us is that we ourselves can heal that, because the fall was a selfish act. The fall happened because Adam did not think of Eve, and that Eve did not think of Adam. And neither of them thought of God before using their physical body for a pleasure, to receive fulfillment or satisfaction. And they didn't know any better. They didn't have any true parents to show them, or guide them, or to warn them, or because when there is true love, then there can be no fall, because true love in its when it's fulfilled, when it's perfected. True love, when it's perfected, is higher than the love that comes from the fallen world. In other words, any temptation cannot steal. Once a person has a love that is perfected, then there is no temptation that can take them away from true love. But before it is perfected, then there is. Temptations have they are attractive to they can be attractive to people. So anyway, we're going to end all that. I'm really start getting yawning. When I start talking, I start yawning, I guess. I don't know. I'm not used to talking. Honestly, I don't talk that much. But sometimes I talk too much. Like when I'm talking to someone explaining something about a conspiracy theory or something, I know sometimes it's like, oh my God, this person really doesn't want to hear any of this. So I have to be careful, because I really don't want to offend people. Even if they want to hear nothing, I don't want to say anything, you know? There's no reason to speak to someone that I have nothing to offer. You know, something, and it has to do with the heart. When the person comes, they don't have to speak. They just have to have the heart. That's all they need, and then people will be attracted to them. Anything, and in that case, anything they say is delicious to them, to their spirit. So, I'm just not there yet. Could be soon. Hope to be soon. And everyone will be soon. Yeah. Everyone will be possessed by true love eventually. That's the destiny that God promises. And because, we are children of God, that's why. So, yeah, it's coming. It's coming very soon. That's my opinion. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for being here. And see you tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, this is, like I said, I don't need to tell you because it's written like 3 inches from where your eyes are right now. But the video we're on is video 79, Heaven at 53%. And I will put in the description below Josie the Outlaw. That's the name of her. Or Josie Outlaw. It's not Josie the Outlaw. I think it's Josie Outlaw channel on YouTube. But anyway, you'll see the link, and the name of the video is Who Owns You? Yeah, it's really illuminating. It's when I found her videos, I just immediately liked them and have been watching them and referring them ever since. And it's been 4 years at least, maybe 5. At least 4 or 5, yeah, maybe 6. So, take care, enjoy your day, have a very heavenly and beautiful time, and may we heal all mankind of all suffering and pain, starting with those in the spirit world and in the physical world, starting with those who are suffering the most. That is our mission. That is our duty, actually, to God, because we are His children, and God is suffering. If one person in God's family is suffering, we are suffering. God is suffering, and if God is suffering, we cannot rest until that's fixed. Yeah, I mean, we need to obviously rest, but we cannot lose our focus upon God's highest concern, which is the health and safety. Safety. Maybe not the safety, just health, yes. Eating, it's called living, survival. The survival of his children, it is being radically threatened every single day. Yeah, he's not worried about their safety, because if they're eating and they're, if they have a home and clothing and food and clean food and good food and clean water and a way to, and a family and a home of people that love them, then safety has nothing to do with it. Safety is everywhere when we are doing God's will. There is no danger about living in the world. Anyway. So, as you see, the more we think about our life experience, the clearer it becomes. Between the plan of God and the plan of evil in the world. Okay, I see my little cursor is spinning. I don't know why. Am I plugged in? I am on the internet. The video didn't go off. That's nice. And we're at 20 minutes and 10 seconds. Okay, have a good one. Talk to you tomorrow. Please take care. Love you very much. See ya.